It's been a while since we talked about, Ghost Dick here. Ever since that first time I heard that classic, "Hello, Sydney," I fell in love with the franchise. Matter of fact, Scream is one of the few franchises I truly believe has held its integrity. What's one of the biggest things you need for your movie? A poster. You've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, let's get into it. I will be ranking these worst to best, and it's going to be a hot take. Coming in at my number 6 is Scream 3. Now, I truly don't believe that there's just a garbage-ass poster out there for a Scream movie, except for that one. And there's a lot of variations to these, in which I will mention some of them. But coming from continuity-wise, I wouldn't even say the Scream 3 poster is bad. It has a jetpack sleek design. I love the tagline. The most terrifying Scream is always the last. Yeah, sure. But speaking on continuity, when you come from the first one, and then the second one, and I truly believe the second one really upped this poster game. Coming down to the third, I really think it's just a rehash. Like all of this has been done before. It's literally almost a copy and paste. The design is minimal. You have Sydney front and center, and then Dewey, and then Gale, then the supporting male lead, and then the supporting female lead. The design itself is fine. I just think it lacks creativity. Take in mind being 3 films in and you're not even showing Ghostface on the poster. Next, coming in at number 5 is Scream 1. I know for a fact I'm in the minority on this. I've never liked the Scream 1 poster, mainly because it's so off-putting. None of these characters are even in their respective gear. Now let's scratch the reasons why. I know sometimes there's production limitations, people can't shave, change their gear, change their hair, what have you. But this is your fucking movie poster. Billy does not look like that whatsoever. Nev, Sydney does not look like that. Gale does not look like that. Dewey does not look like that in the film. The only argument you can have is Drew Barrymore. And it truly looks like she came back and put a wig on for this photo shoot, which is probably exactly what happened. But let's look at the tagline. Someone's taking their love of scary movies one step too far. It's not the best tagline in the world. However, the reason I put this above Scream 3 is solely this right here. I love this facade of this just scared ass female, brightened, and then just surrounded by darkness. It dishes out that eerie sense of a horror movie. This is definitely the best part of the poster. But everything else, like I said, to me is just so off-putting. Because nothing matches their respective characters in the movie. And I'm not saying they look bad. Nev here, mwah. Skeet here, can probably pull some, you know what I mean? Courtney Cox, not bad. David Arquette actually looks pretty handsome here. You know, Dewey was that rookie stupid cop who was thinking with the wrong head. This looks like a classic kind of guy. And Drew Barrymore, she's always a pretty lady, but this looks like she threw on a Party City wig. So yeah, definitely not my favorite, but let's move on. Coming in at number 4 is Scream 4. Now I have to make a disclaimer about this before we move on to this. The first poster I saw when this movie was being released was just the one with Ghostface with the mask turned into a blade. And I just thought, dude, that is so creative. I love that. I feel like that's all I needed. But then comes these. I'm a big fan of Scream 4. I love the tagline here. New decade, new rules. And I don't mind the character layout, but they could have did a better job at doing actual photo shoots for this. This almost looks like behind the scene photos made into a movie poster. Now let's talk about one of my least favorite posters I've seen. And I'm not even saying this is one of the official ones, but I have seen this one around right here. Yeah, let's talk about this here. Me knowing this isn't the official movie poster, I did see this a lot promotional wise. I used to have this poster, this exact poster. The best thing about this poster here is the 4 with the face in it. It's a nice way to keep that theme rooted. But however, the character layout here, oh my god. Look at this fucking ferocious shit. This looks like a fan-made poster. Believe me, I've seen some badass movie posters. This isn't one of them. I do not know where this poster originates from, but I do know that this is a real poster because I used to have it. The character models here are just off. The blending is off. The artificial shadows here. It almost looks like AI generated if it was 2011. They really dropped the bomb on this character layout. But going back to this one, I think this being the first time having Ghostface on the poster was a surefire way to set it off. The mask turning into a blade, man, that's creative. Whoever did that needs a bump in pay. Next, coming in at my number 3 is Scream 5. This movie poster gets a lot of hate. The reason I love this poster so much is not only the design, but this poster made me so curious. I actually believe that this poster right here did it best at pulling you in. Even the tagline says, "The killer is on this poster." That means it can be any of these or somebody who's not here who was behind the mask. And let's not talk about the Mocker House, the police, the Woodsboro sign. The stars look great. If you look at comparison to the photo shoots they did in this versus just like simply Scream 4, look at the quality difference. It really is day and night. If I had to change this poster up a little bit, I would probably try to rework the color grade a little bit. The Ghostface mask itself has some hard artificial shadows, which I'm not crazy about. And I'd probably take some of these people off the poster. There's just a lot going on. That's one thing I don't like about 5 and 6. There's a lot going on in the poster. You can keep it simple. You're on the right track. Keep the OGs, maybe throw old Buddy in there. You gotta have Sam. You gotta have Jenna Ortega's character. But you can take these out. You take Wesley out, probably Judy, these other 2 females back here. They're not really needed. But it's hard to fit 12 people on a movie poster, possibly 13, because that's not including the big ass Ghostface in the background. And then the Mocker House and the street and the fields and the Woodsboro sign. Yeah, whoever did this had their work cut out for them. But just for a second, let's talk about the alternate poster here. This one right here, I love this poster. Wow. If this was the official poster, this would be even higher up. Look at the sleekness of this. Ghostface right there. The knife shining. The cinematic shadows and the highlights. I know I'm geeking out about this because I love doing Photoshop stuff. I mean, I make my own thumbnails. I mean, come on. But I also, on the side, I make fan posters. Matter of fact, I'll throw up one right here that I made for the Friday the 13th, 2009 movie poster. It's a classical take on the Part 4, the final chapter poster. I'm not trying to self-plug myself. I'm just saying I know the importance of how good a movie poster should look. It's a huge part of your marketing. And this right here, I believe, I prefer this over the other one with the 12, 13 people on it. Ghostface right here has never looked better. The crisp details is just like, wow. Really blew me away. Next. Coming in at number 2 is Scream 2. This poster being the way it is for 1997 versus how I feel about the original poster anyway was a huge step up, and I just love this poster. I mean, look at it. It's not jet black, it's got like this matte effect. And you have 2 females in the background and you got the character line up here. I mean, this is simple, it's sleek, it's intriguing, and it's everything you need just to suck the audience in. It's not too strong, it's not too light. If I saw this poster in Blockbuster back in the day, I would surely rent this movie. Let's look at the tagline. Someone has taken their love of sequels one step too far. I think Scream 2 is a solid sequel, but we're not here talking about the movies, talking about the posters. But they should correlate with each other. You know, you got the beautiful Nev, you got Dewey, which Dewey actually looks like Dewey in this. You got Gail here with her short haircut, looking like a fox. You got Jerry O'Connell and Jada Pinkett Smith. This poster did what the first one should have done and amplified that times 2. Again, I love both female characters in the background. Contrasting colors, you got blue, you got green. Unsaturated in the middle, saturated in the character lineup. Very solid. Next. Coming in at my number 1, and I know this poster gets a lot of hate, but I love this poster. Just hear me out on this. I love the creativity of this design. Not only is Ghostface front and center, over New York City, that right there already looks badass. But you have Ghostface right here as well. I love the Roman numerals worked into the title right here. And I love the character lineup. Got Sam, got Tara, Gail, Kirby. And I love that the end is set on a white backdrop. And right here, the way the image is just flared out. Just like the Ghostface costume. I love that. And then you stick a knife right in the middle. I really don't understand why this poster gets so much hate. I understand that this is a very modern take on a movie poster, especially for Scream, who for the most part kept it very simple. But if this franchise is going to go on, and it keeps changing, I feel like the posters should change as well. The only thing I don't like about this poster, as I said for Scream 5, is the sheer amount of people on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. That's not including the big ass Ghostface and the little ass Ghostface. That's a lot to fit into this poster, and I do believe this had the same challenge as Scream 5, but they capitalized on it a lot better. What is that, 15 characters to fit onto a fucking poster? Plus the city, and the backdrop, and the tagline? But here's the thing. This poster right here doesn't have a tagline. I wish it did. None of these posters to me are perfect, but this one I really, really love, just the sheer creativity of it. But one thing I want to mention before we close this out is the alternate poster for this. This one right here. I love this. New York, new rules, Scream 6. Ghostface on the subway. The way he's hidden and blended into the backdrop there behind the window with the knife, man, that is unnerving. That is scary. That is eerie. I love that. If this would have been the final poster as well, I would have been happy with it. And I also put this one above the Scream 5 alternative poster as well, just a little bit. Yeah, this poster right here, that's where it's at. I want to get it on my wall one day. But now it is time for a self-plug. I know this video is a little bit shorter than the rest, but I got to do some Patreon videos. If you guys really like this, just imagine what we can do when YouTube isn't in control. YouTube gets mad at us a lot. But over at Patreon, baby, we rock it out. So, if you're interested, link down below. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not going to sit there and ram it in your face. If you want to join, we would love to have you. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Till next time. Adios.